The Caribbean is going through a period of upheaval like everybody else in the world through COVID. And it has really shown us some issues that we have to address. I think the issues which we found to be paramount 5 years ago have changed with COVID. For me, I think connectivity is now number one because of all of those remote work, remote school, which comes to the fore at this time. And so connectivity and the technical issues, I think, are much more important than the access and rights issues and even data protection issues to an extent. Save and except for cybersecurity, which now is just as important as the technical issues. It is technical too. So COVID has changed the game. And I think when I look at our discussion points today, I think we have several notes to make in terms of areas for improvement and also areas for collaboration.
Okay, and I guess I will start there as well. So thanks again to you, Sophia. Thank you to Andres for having me here on this discussion for a topic that I find very interesting. In addition to what Grace said, the Caribbean is really at a true turning point in what would have been all of the talks before for digital transformation. So the pandemic has meant that we have accelerated a lot of the digital transformation plans that we spoke about, but at the same time, you would have seen a spate of what you would call pivoting strategies across both governmental agencies and the like, and the private sector. And as Grace has mentioned, connectivity is really coming to the fore because it really puts into perspective the whole question we look at when it comes to digital opportunity for Caribbean constituents. And the connectivity challenge, or the quality, or the, how could I call it? The sort of quality behind that connectivity that's really become apparent now when you think about what school children are facing to continue their education during this time. When you think about continuity for small businesses that are still grappling with understanding the nuts and bolts of setting up presences and continuing to conduct their business. That very much has really shot to the forefront at this time. And Grace also spoke about the cybersecurity, cybercrime factor, which for me, it's a topic that I hold very close to my heart. I was involved in Trinidad and Tobago for a number of years on its National Cybersecurity Committee. And from there, I had sight of what you would call other cybersecurity developments across the region. It's become somewhat imperative at this time, not only to think about modernizing our legislative frameworks to address cybercrime. So right now we have a hodgepodge of laws dealing with computer misuse, which are fashioned on the UK computer misuse law. You have some territories that have been looking at cybercrimes and the newer generation of crimes. And we have to do all of this while conducting these various digital transformation initiatives, while trying to understand that in modernizing cybercrime law, we have to think as well about cyber defense, the whole idea of this law as implemented. How are we going to really and realistically address the scope or the spate of things that could happen? Because within a short space of time, we have gone very digital very quickly, and we have also increased our cyber risk portfolio in that short space of time. So understanding the mechanisms to support all of these things, those things are really at the forefront at this point. And it's something that you would see persons like Grace and myself and others, we are observing and commenting and looking at where we can have inputs on these issues as they are being discussed at this current time.